Waterways like rivers, springs, and streams are the lifeblood of ecosystems around the world. They support a vast array of life ranging from microbacteria to humans. Waterways provide us with food, both in the form of plants and animals. They also provide drinkable water, as well as an easy method of transportation. But humans can cause waterways harm. Chemicals and plastics are found in most waterways on Earth. My local waterway is the West Fork of the Stones River in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. This waterway, as well as the entire Stones River Watershed, is classified as impaired by the Environmental Protection Agency. This classification stems from a combination of abnormal flow, low levels of dissolved oxygen, and the presence of toxic inorganic chemicals. These factors have a negative effect on both aquatic and terrestrial life in the surrounding area. In the last few years, the city of Murfreesboro has taken these types of pollutants more seriously. Testing performed by the city of Murfreesboro has found high levels of both types of PFAs in the East Fork of the Stones River. These two chemical compounds are heavily regulated by the EPA. The EPA's guidelines state that no level of these compounds are safe in potable water. The National Institute for Environmental Health Sciences explains that PFAs are a large, complex, and ever-expanding group of manufactured compounds that are widely used to make everyday products more resistant to stains, grease, and water. PFAs are commonly found in non-stick cookware and food packaging. The city of Murfreesboro believes these PFAs leach from the Middle Point landfill. Rainwater carries them into a small section of the East Fork of the Stones River, known as Bubba Spring. This section is less than 100 yards away from the landfill. Data from the research conducted by the National Institute for Environmental Health Sciences shows a possible link between PFAs and adverse health outcomes. Potential side effects include effects on metabolism, pregnancy, child cognition, and neurobehavioral development, as well as a degradation to immune systems. Aside from chemical pollutants like PFAs, the Stones River watershed is overrun with plastic pollution. The high levels of rain in the Tennessee Valley causes trash and other debris along roadways and other heavily trafficked areas to flow into our lakes and rivers. This, paired with non-existent mitigation strategies, has caused the Stones River watershed to be flooded with plastic pollution. Plastics are harmful to wildlife in many ways, but the most harmful way is the ingestion of microplastics. Microplastics are formed as plastics decay and are ground against rocks and other aggregates in rivers and streams. These can clog the stomachs and other internal organs of aquatic creatures. This can cause the creatures both infections and death. The National Institute of Health notes that consumption of contaminated fish is the second most common way to ingest microplastics. Microplastics are believed to cause a host of medical issues ranging from the gastrointestinal to the neurological. There are few mitigation strategies that can help heal the damage done to the Stones River. One mitigation strategy is the use of under-bridge debris nets. These nets are a common plastic pollution mitigation strategy in Australia. The nets are placed under bridges along the waterway. They capture plastics during storm surges as they flow downstream. The holes in the nets are designed to be small enough to catch plastic debris, or large enough to allow aquatic life to move easily through them. Once the nets are full, they can be removed, emptied, and replaced for the next storm surge. However, this mitigation strategy is only useful for regular plastic pollution. There is no current mitigation strategy to fully eliminate the levels of PFAs or the presence of microplastics in the Stones River watershed. There are only a few ways to stop the continued leaching of PFAs into the Stones River watershed. Two possibilities are the removal of the Middle Point landfill and the encasement of the Middle Point landfill. Sadly, the only way to get rid of microplastics is to wait for them to decay naturally. This is why it's important for you to take steps to reduce your levels of chemical and plastic pollution by using less materials with PFAs and recycling as much of your plastic waste as possible. You should also contact your federal, state, and local representatives to see what they are doing to aid the waterway closest to you.